Hello, your favorite bear clickbaiter is back with another bear video. Where do I start? Fuck it, I'm future-proofing the video and explaining the entire thing from the start. So, chapter 16 comes out on CN, we get to join in on the communist revolution and help some miners destroy their feudal society. Because that is something that a pharmaceutical company that definitely isn't a private military contractor would do. At some point, for story reasons, we fight a magic cancer cocaine bear. Magic cancer cocaine bear, that's fucking awesome. Naturally, other YouTubers thought this boss idea was pure gold as well, and made a bunch of videos showing off the cocaine bear. Side note, while I was collecting footage I saw a few comments complaining that this is clickbait. What? The title of the video is bear, there is a bear in it. The hell did you expect when you clicked on it? Anyhow, the cocaine bear rushes straight to the blue box and does penis man-folding levels of damage. But it also does not give a shit. If an operator touches it, the cocaine bear will say fuck the blue box, walk up to them and tear them to pieces. It hits fast and hard, has a bunch of damage reduction, and on the highest difficulty around 200,000 health. Big numbers all around. In the meantime, since this is a new chapter, I got a new 4-star for the second time this year, and even though the Snow Woman is definitely pretty bad, I was doing my best to find a place where she can shine. Until I got asked 15 times about the cocaine bear. How can 4-stars beat the bear, Silvergun? Can 4-stars even beat the bear? And so on. I got annoyed into making a video on it and pointed out that defense is a stat that exists, so the fight takes 2 entire 4-stars. In fairness, one of them is a bear. Not on cocaine though, I think. Looks more like a morphine enthusiast. Normally I would leave it there and go back to tinkering with 4-stars, but a couple of things were nagging at me. First, the discourse the video produced wasn't what I hoped for. The talk centered on how you need a good defender with a small Turkish minority, pointing out that you don't and can also just use crowd control. I wanted to demonstrate that the cocaine bear isn't a hard boss, but since 4-stars stomp it into the ground so casually, the clear was a cheese that ignored half of the cocaine bear's mechanics. The second thing was that the cocaine bear is a fun boss. I wanted to fight it some more. But the fight was too trivial with 4-stars, so I put the fight in the level 2 challenge mode, picked out a bunch of 3-stars and went to fight the cocaine bear on even ground. While the level 2 challenge mode increased the cocaine bear stats, the biggest problem was the level 2 risk. I had to ban either medics and defenders or casters and snipers. Once the cocaine wears off, the sober bear becomes lethargic and crawls off screen to do a few more lines. When it comes back, it now unlocks the cocaine powered ability of throwing rocks at people. It targets whichever operator did the most damage to it. The recocained bear walks straight to the blue box. 3-stars have zero chance of DPSing down the cocaine bear, so I had to block it in cocaine phase 2. No snipers or casters for me. That posed a problem. The 3-star pool is very small, as they haven't gotten a new operator apart from robots in years. Without snipers or casters, I only had 3 ranged operators to bait the cocaine truck: Orchid, Fonor and Midnight. Nonetheless, cocaine doesn't last that long, even if it's magical and cancerical, so I found a way to bait the cocainer bear until it came down from its high. EU official stun was very helpful. The cocaine bear is a bit of an idiot, and when it gets stunned for a bit, it forgets it was supposed to murder someone and starts walking towards the blue box again. Using this trick and a bunch of bodies, I managed to beat the challenge cocaine bear with 3-stars, the run being this video that you've probably watched. So for people that already knew all of this, we're finally at the good part. While I put a lot more effort into YouTube, I also upload my clears on Bilibili. Since the Chinese player base is much larger than the EN one, the number of crazy people who enjoy beating stages with the fewest operators possible is also much larger. Naturally, some of them do it with only 3-stars. I went on Billy, looked up the cocaine bear stage with 3-stars to see what they've been doing. They had also beaten with the full squad of 3-stars, but with a very different strategy. Afterwards, in just a day from my video, several players grinded the cocaine bear down to just 10 operators. There are 2 key things in the CN strat: Orchid staring at the wall for half the fight, and tanking the phase 1 bear with spot dodge RNG. Now, the dodge RNG, nah, miss me with that, but Orchid staring at the wall, that's big brain shit right there, brother. I stole the Orchid idea, but on its own it wouldn't be enough to push the record any lower. Luckily, I had the missing piece already. Near the end of my 12 operator grind, I noticed some odd behavior from the cocaine bear when it was blocked. Why does the bear move to the right? Honor is to the left. I didn't think much of it at the time, but this small thing was all I needed to destroy the bear. I developed a method to abuse it and combined it with the Orchid wall staring strategy to lower the record down to 9 operators. You may have seen my post about it. I couldn't think of what else I can change about the strategy. I posted on Billy first and prepared a more thorough explanation for YouTube. Before I could finish my YouTube video though, a 3-star player on Billy used my strategy and found a way to push it down to 8 operators. Remember you official making the bear turnaround? Yeah, we don't need that anymore, and I thought that was awesome. Most challenges are a process of iteration. You have one idea and it only takes you so far, another player takes that idea and adds something else on top of it, and so on until by the end you get something completely crazy. And I enjoyed that so much. I mostly play on EN, so I am usually always the last person to play a map, and while I do iterate on the ideas that came before me, I rarely get to see people iterate on my own ideas. I was so satisfied by this interaction. In another universe, that would be it. I'd pause the 8 operators run on YouTube, praise it and move on. But I was so grateful, I just had to return the favor. But there was nothing left. Every strategy was tried, every angle calculated. The only thing I could do was break it completely. So now, the record for 1612 level 2 challenge mode, the layer of the cocaine bear, sits at a mere 7 3 stars. Normally when I use a bug, I try to explain how to replicate it and what it does. This time I have nothing. I asked on Billy as well, nobody has provided an explanation yet, so as far as I'm concerned, this is not a bug, it's black magic fuckery. Enjoy!
よし、医薬品の準備は揃いました。手はず通りに。了解。はい。目標地点に到着しました。よろしい。ならば本比べといたそう。よいしょっと。ええ、目標補足。分かった。はい。了解。治療の準備を。分かった。持ちこたえてください。オーキッド、配置についたわ。よいしょっと。ドクター？目標地点に到着。了解。私が行くんですね。了解。よーし。どうぞ。もう仕事を増やさないでちょうだい。ここは安全です。了解。ここです。あなたのお薬です。受け取ってください。ドクター？ それ勇気をください。みんなを守るよ。分かった。よーし、ミラの攻撃なんてクリア。怖がらず目を覚ましてください。戦場ってミラの攻撃なんて効かないよ。了解。よーし、ミラの攻撃なんて効かないよ。戦場ではためらわぬ。ここです。救急箱クリア。怖がり、もっと早く傷が癒えるように手伝います。はい。オーキッド、配置についたわ。私が行くぞーね。了解。勇気をください。了解。目を覚ましてください。戦場指示をお待ち。クリア。どうぞ。救急箱クリア。手はず通りに。私が行くぞーね。みんなを守るんです。それが私の使命です。
Yeah, this video is definitely getting monetized.